All right, guys. Injuries from yesterday. Renardo Green with his toe. We'll just continue evaluating this week. Ended up clearing turf toe though. Jake Brendel has a hamstring. He's expected to miss a couple of weeks. And also, we found out that Huff also has a hamstring. He'll also be in that same boat with possibly a couple of weeks. Updates on players who missed the game. Stout evaluating this week. Ricky, same thing. We'll evaluate him more on Wednesday. Brock will continue like he did last week. And Nietzsche's got to continue with his rehab. Also got a chance to possibly open up Spencer Burford's window for his knee this week. All right, go ahead.
Kyle, is it a reach to say that Brock is on track to start this week?
Yeah, I would say that is. I don't know. No one said that.
Okay.
Kyle, what kind of the next two games are not on natural grass. Does that factor at all into when you bring Brock back?
No, not that I've been told.
Anything jump out at you from watching the film that maybe you didn't notice last night, or that you got a chance to take a second look at?
I just think it kind of confirmed the feeling that I think that we all had out there. Guys played really hard. It was a really physical game. Loved how physical we played on teams. Loved how physical we played on offense, and I loved how the guys were running and hitting on defense. It was the type of game we wanted.
Kyle, what happened on the with the green dot with Curtis Robinson?
Oh, it just happened so fast, just in the middle of that series. So he just went out quick, and they didn't change the helmets. So, the defense isn't that wordy of a deal, so we were able to get it done there. And then when they were going to change the helmets, that Tatum was good and was able to come back.
Kyle, how big of a deal is it to just have Tatum, unlike the week previous, to have all the reps in practice, as far as just being sound with the assignments? And how do you feel that he carried out those assignments and what Robert asked him to do?
Oh, I think it's a huge deal. You definitely get reps in the week as a backup, but not like the starter. And when it comes to someone like the Mike position or a center or a quarterback, there's just so much that goes into play there that no matter how much you study, you'd like to get live reps and thinking in the heat of battle. And him getting all those this week, I think, helped him a ton. He was good in practice and carried over to the game.
And speaking of center, how did Hennessy do as far as knowing his assignments and keeping everybody on the same page?
I think similar to how Tatum was. He wasn't perfect, but he works really hard at it. We definitely mix him in with reps, and for him to get thrown in that situation, especially versus defense that stunts a lot and changes their fronts and definitely pressures at a high rate, I thought he did very well, and I think he'll only do better with more reps this week.
Kyle, how did you feel your safety combination did with Jair Brown being in there for all the snaps and Malik kind of getting in there a little bit more this week?
I thought they did. I thought they played real well. It was nice to double Malik's double his reps. I think he ended up getting 40, maybe 41, which is twice as much as the week before. So I like how that's played out, and hopefully we'll be done with that, and he'll get all of them going forward. But Tiggs played real good in these two games in that role, and also I really liked what Siegel did when he was in there, and I loved Jason getting those reps at big nickel, unlike he did versus Tampa. I thought he did well too. I think he ended up getting about, I'm not sure, around 15 to 20 plays.
You guys now have injuries. You have injuries to 3 defensive ends. Does that increase the urgency to make a trade? And is that something that you would try to do ahead of this week's game at Houston?
I don't think it changes the urgency of it. It's definitely sucks losing Huff, but it is a hamstring, and hopefully it won't be longer than 2 weeks. So you know that he's coming back and sooner than later. But those guys have been looking into that stuff all the time for the last few weeks, and I'm sure they'll continue over the next couple of weeks.
Kyle, did Bryce get hurt on a specific player, or was it kind of an accumulation thing? Do you have any idea on that? And how did you think he played last night?
I was told it was right at the end. I was told he felt it on the last two plays.
Kyle, how close did Jordan Watkins get to playing yesterday?
I mean, he's one of the guys that's up. So, I mean, if there would have been an injury, he would have been up. But I guess that's always pretty close.
You know, Malik
Turner made a couple of good. Oh. Go ahead, Matt. Same question.
All right. Well, I'll go. Malik Turner had a good game on special teams. And I think that was the third time he's been elevated. What do you plan to do with him there? It seems like special teams is a nice spot for him.
Yeah, it was awesome. I thought he played real well. He ended up getting our special teams player of the week, I was just told. So I was pumped with what Malik did for us. Had an awesome week of practice too. He is out of flexes, so we'll see how that goes moving forward. But it's kind of tied to the rest of the roster with that decision.
Coach, after being able to watch the tape, what did you think of Matt Hennessy and Connor Colby? If you got to look back, of course, at the Christian McCaffrey touchdown, and just how much they assisted in the run game after the game. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey both gave them a lot of credit.
Yeah, both of them did a good job. I mean, you can't run the ball like that unless everyone's doing a good job. They definitely had their plays they missed. By no means was it perfect, but I liked how they battled throughout the game. Thought Connor improved from the week prior, and I thought it was a good start for Matt.
Kyle, was talk among some of the linemen and stuff afterwards about the sort of the difference in blocking in terms of more gap scheme stuff and getting away a little bit from the outside zone. Is that accurate? And two, how difficult is that for a team that's pretty much mostly a outside zone team to all of a sudden turn on a dime and be a gap team in 1 week?
I think that would be hard to do it that drastically. That's why I think that's a little bit exaggerated. I mean, we do gap schemes every week, some weeks more than others. We did a lot of gap schemes in that game, but we also did a lot of outside zone schemes in that game. I think that's just the difference when you get 39 runs too. You get a little bit more of everything. But we definitely liked those going into it. We thought it tied well together, and we felt we kind of balanced them out with those stuff, which ended up working for us well.
Kyle, how did you think Luter played last night?
I thought Luter played real well. It was cool. We were talking about how good of a week he had in practice with the defense and with the scout team. He was showing up on both. And when he got his opportunity, when Renardo went down, I thought he was very active. You could feel him in the run game. Just his presence physically, I thought was huge, and I thought he had a big impact in that game.
What did he do to earn Scout Team Player of the Week?
Played better than everybody else. There's lots of stuff that goes into it, but I mean, when you're doing the Scout Team Player of the Week, you need to give the look that we're asking. Sometimes change up techniques a little bit, but we also want to see you play at a competitive level to where you're getting better in your own craft. So it goes with both of those. You gotta perform and do a high level that shows that you're playing good or improving, and you also got to make sure that you get across the look that we want, so you're preparing the guy across from you.
Kyle, do you think you guys got back to your personality, so to speak, in terms of the way you ran the ball and the way you played physically? Or is it a game-by-game thing? You do whatever it takes to win that week? Or do you want to play a certain way as much as possible?
I always love just being able to physically run the ball and control the game like that. I think most people prefer to do it that way, but each team has a different identity, and you got to do whatever you think gives you the best chance to win. And we did think that would give us the best chance to win specifically in this game, but we haven't been able to do that yet this year. So that maybe it probably has been our identity more in the past, especially going back a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I mean, it was huge with us. Doesn't mean that we can't do it, and it doesn't mean we're going to do it all the time. But it was really cool yesterday because we believe that was the smarter way to do it. We felt that was the way that would give us the best chance to win, and I was glad that the whole team allowed us to pull that off.
Kyle, on the subject of the trade deadline, would you find it imperative that if you were to acquire a player, you wouldn't just want him for the rest of this season, you'd want him for this season and potentially next year as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to say imperative at all just because I don't like to put an absolute on anything, but yeah, I think that's something that we definitely would prefer. I mean, just of course we want someone to help us out this year, but I'd love it not to be at the expense of our team next year also. I know we all feel that way, and hopefully we can find a situation that does both, and if not, you don't do something like that just to do it. And I'm really excited about the guys we have in our building right now also.